He's a 10, but he wakes up early every morning to go to work. He barely goes out. He plays video games. He sends memes to the same 2 friends, and he has social anxiety. If you're this guy, please marry me.
Men don't randomly lose interest. Something usually led up to it. Most of the time, they tried in the beginning. They planned, they showed up, they put in the effort. And somewhere along the way, it either wasn't noticed or it just didn't matter. So eventually, they adjusted. Not because they don't care, but because they don't see a return for their effort. And coming from a woman's point of view, it looks like he's changed. But from his side, he just stopped doing what didn't work. Men, tell me down in the comments, what causes you to suddenly stop putting in the effort?
Oh my goodness. This is just seriously too funny not to reply to. This individual is of the opinion that I actually subscribe to woke ideologies. I mean, if anything else didn't say that that person has never watched any of my content, I don't know what does. And talk bad about minorities. Really? How so? Please explain when I've ever generalized any group of people or talked about any group of people as a whole. That should be fun. And by the way, guess who can hear dog whistles?
Here's the thing about dating a rich man that nobody tells you. When I dated older, wealthy men, yes, they paid for me, and yes, we had a great time, but they never took me seriously. And if they did, I was just an object. I was never an equal. It wasn't until I got a real job, real money, bought my own house, that I met someone that was an equal. Being a pretty face is wonderful if that's what you're bringing to the table, but plenty of girls are just as pretty and bring more than that to the table. You need to also be capable, and you can only be capable if you can take care of yourself. Otherwise, you're just a liability, and he's going to treat you as such. Stay toxic, my friends.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I'm so tired of being independent and strong. I'm stressed. My cat has a UTI, and I just miss having a partner who I can call, whose shoulder I can cry on, who can like tell me everything's gonna be fine.
I caught a flat tire. I'm by myself. Let me show you. I tried taping it. Tried putting super glue on it. It didn't work. And I didn't cry because I got a flat tire. I cried because I have a flat tire. All these men around me at the gas station see me literally super gluing my tire together. Nobody stopped to help.
Breaking news, I am now accepting applications for a man.
Jacob Elordi, you have 10 minutes before I walk down the aisle.
There is such a double standard here. This has literally become a trend for women in their wedding gowns about to walk down the aisle to call out some man that they have been interested in or have crushed on. They give them like 10 minutes, to call them before they walk down the aisle. I understand that it's a joke, but not everyone understands it as a joke. And that is why it is actually disrespectful to your about to be husband, because he can even understand it as a joke. But if Aunt Susanna doesn't see it as a joke, all of a sudden he's seen a different way, which is not good for that man, and it's not a great way to start off your marriage.
Would you guys cheat for $100?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's $100. And I got bills to pay. That's free money right there.
Like, it's only 100 though.
100 less than my boyfriend would have given me, especially if he went to college. Exactly. He has bills to pay.
So you guys want to cheat right now then for 100?
I mean, it wouldn't really be cheating, but maybe.
And then people ask, oh, why are guys not looking to hook up anymore? When I say hook up, meaning like hook up and stick around. Why aren't guys wanting to date women anymore? Maybe they saw one too many videos of you all being ingrates and nasty. $100? You're going to cheat for $100? Disgusting.
All right, y'all. So serious question, right? Why is it that the new generation of men want to be pursued? Like, they want women to chase after them in order for them to feel like a woman is worthy of them chasing her or pursuing her or going out their way to make her feel special. Like When was it a thing for a man to automatically feel like he's the prize? Like, is it a money thing? Is it like, I don't like that. Like, y'all very sassy. Like, y'all want to be women so bad. And I'm not bashing all men. All men don't act like that. So don't come in my comments trying to feel crazy. But I just really want to know, like, this has been on my mind so heavy lately. Like, men really want you to pursue them and to do the utmost to prove that you really want to mess with them, or you really want to, you interested, or what. Ew, where's your balls? See?
And y'all don't want to pay no bills. You can't fix, you can't build, you can't change my tire, you can't change my oil. You don't know how to manage money. You can't fight. You can't swim. You don't know how to travel. You can't even book a damn flight. Y'all don't show affection, and you don't prioritize making your lady smile. Like, y'all just don't give a fuck.
Are you able to change your tire? Are you able to change your oil? Can you swim? I just know you're useless. Because if I go through your page right now, there's probably another video of you saying, I'm not cooking for a man. I'm not cleaning. I'm not going 50-50. But yet still, everything you just listed, you expect a man to be able to do it. You guys must think that you're special. Because I'm not supposed to be expected to do anything. Because I'm a woman. But I expect him to do every and anything because he's a man.
Man, is there any single men that are really trying to find their person that's not for the streets? Because it just seems like that's what's going on. All y'all men is just not serious about being with one woman. Y'all want your cake and your ice cream, your food, like everything. And then you ruining the good women because you're lying and you're playing games. Like, where are the real men that are really trying to find their person and settle down? Are y'all out there? Like, where are y'all? I know I'm at home. I'm a homebody, and that's probably one of my reasons or why I haven't ran into the right one. But golly, dating sucks. Bless it.
You know, a lot of these modern women are just flat out masculine. They present as feminine, but they're flat out masculine. They're so focused on being strong and independent and not needing nobody that a lot of times they forgot how to be soft. And that's what men actually want. Femininity, softness, peace, nurturing. A lot of these modern women don't know nothing about that. But they're thinking the stuff that they do and the things that they say, that's attractive. It's not attractive. It's exhausting. Give it a rest.
Say this to your husband tonight and watch what it does to him. Look him in the eyes and say to him, I don't just love you, I respect you. Not for what you buy me, not for what you post about me online, not for how you look, but for how you carry us, for how you get up and go to work even when you are exhausted, for how you protect this home, for how you try every single day. Men don't need more pressure. They need to know that they are seen. You would be surprised at how many husbands feel like they are failing silently. So tell him you see his effort. Tell him you are proud of him. Tell him you would choose him again. Sometimes the strongest thing that you can do for your marriage is speak life into the man that is holding it all together.
A world where more and more men are single because women do not want to date them is a world that's very dangerous for women, which is why I worry about retaliation in reaction to the rise of single men.
Men don't need to resort to it's just going to be absence, right? Once men are not there to do most of the creating and the maintaining of the infrastructure, the way that you're going to feel that is by men's absence. So don't worry about any like that. The absence of men is what you need to worry about. This illusion of peace, right? The stability that exists. Once men disappear, right? Or they feel like, okay, this no longer benefits me. I'm not getting what I want in the contract. This is not a 50-50. Then they'll no longer participate. It's not going to be a slow decline. It's going to be an instant collapse. And that's what you should fear. That's what you should fear.
Stop treating your husband like he's a woman. Not disrespectfully, just realistically. A lot of wives try to connect with their husband the same way that they connect emotionally. But men do not process the same way. When he's stressed, he doesn't always want to talk it out. Sometimes he just wants space, silence, or a solution. And that silence is not distance, it's him processing. Men also do not bond through endless talking. They bond by doing life with you, physical closeness, respect. That's connection for him. And when he feels constantly corrected, managed, or emotionally picked apart, he's going to shut down because he doesn't want to be handled. He wants to be respected. And a lot of men show love differently than women too. Providing, protecting, showing up consistently. He may not express love like you do, but he is expressing it. If you want him to open up more, create peace first. Because most men recharge through calm, not conflict.
What is with these dudes and thinking that they are the prize? Let me know, because I'm confused. This guy asked me on a date, right? Okay. I'm like, cool, yeah, like I'm free such and such day, like let's do it. Tell me why. Dude replies and says, well, make sure to text me this weekend so that I can remember. What? I have to text you to remind you of the date that you asked me on? Crazy work. That is quite literally like almost insulting. Like immediate ick. I just feel like ever since I've been single, I've just been learning that these dudes really think that they're the prize. Like their egos are so big and they genuinely think like they are the ones that should be chased. Like, don't these dudes realize that they're supposed to chase the women? That's how it works, guys. Insane work. If you see me on that date, though, mind your business. He's fine.
I just had an urge to text my man, just like, you know, out of the blue, hey, I love you, like a sweet little I'm thinking of you text.
Yeah, do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And this is a man I do love, and he loves me very much, long-term, committed relationship, happiest relationship of my entire life, and I'm not going to do it.
Why?
I have the urge to, but when the idea popped into my head, I asked myself, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to text him? I just got curious. And the answer was, I want him to know that he's loved.
Yeah,
that feels good. That feels good to love someone and let them know that they're loved. But my girl, you need to understand that men are not like you. You would like that. You know why? Because you like to be pursued. You like to be pursued. But for so many of us women, we were taught or conditioned to reciprocate. And we're
for a lot of men, they've never received gestures like this, ever. And it would just totally make his day. You claim to love him. Don't you want him to feel loved every day? Just a quick text, it takes 2 seconds. It's not you pursuing him or being clingy or anything. It's just simply you expressing your love. It's so crazy how often women will demand effort from men. There's no limit to how much you can demand. But something as simple as sending a little text all of a sudden is treated like this big, huge thing.
So for real for a second, how are men like not the prize in relationships? As women, we expect men to approach us first, plan the dates, pay for the dates, drive everybody to the dates, provide, protect, stay loyal to us, keep themselves looking good, keep calm in all of the situations and never freak out. And they have to do all of this without complaining. Because, God forbid they do complain, then all of a sudden they're too emotional. Or God forbid they don't make 6 figures and all of a sudden they're broke. Or God forbid they're not taller than you and all of a sudden he's too short. Or God forbid somebody tries to set boundaries and oh my God, he's too controlling. And then you're doing all of this while simultaneously yelling at him that he's replaceable and you can have any man that you want. Or you're saying that you don't need a man actually and you can do everything you want by yourself and you don't need anybody to tell you anything. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, at a certain point, we have to stop yelling at men and expecting them to be superheroes and then getting mad at them and criticizing them like dogs whenever they act like a human being. Like, maybe men are the prize and we just need to start appreciating what they bring to the table a little bit more.
You ever notice it's always, I wish a guy would do this, I wish a guy would do that. What you really mean to say is, I wish a guy would make up for the mistakes that I've made. I wish a guy would really forget what I've said. All of the dumb stuff that I've let fly out of my mouth over the last 4 or 5 years. I wish he would forget that and just go ahead and correct my mistake for me. I want to turn off my brain and let my man take over, which means I want somebody to come up, allow me to relax and be lazy, because I don't plan on doing anything until I want to. And that's what femininity is. You guys have the wrong idea of what you should be doing out here. You should be working together. And the fact that you don't want to, I want to go back to the old ways of what exactly? You mean when you used to cook and clean? You mean when you used to put in effort? You mean when you used to say thank you? And you would be okay with somebody taking you out to coffee or ice cream or, hey, let's go have a soda pop? You mean those days? Taking you out for a burger was, oh man, that took me out for a burger or a meeting in the park and that being enough? You mean those days? When you were looking for a genuine connection? Y'all don't want that nowadays.
It's not that a man doesn't feel safe with you. It's not that you're not doing enough or you're not a great person. The truth is, we'll only allow ourselves to feel as safe with others as safe as we've made ourselves feel. Ooh. So if you've never done the work on you, if you've never had the experience of diving into who am I, what's important, what are my core values, what are my core needs, if you've never done any of that, then of course, you won't feel safe with anybody else because you don't feel safe with yourself.
Yeah, you got too many things under your rug that you swept under.
Yeah, and now the rug is a mountain.
Yeah.
There's a whole mountain in your living room.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with trust. It's the same thing with actions, right? That's why they say you teach people how to treat you. That's another thing with self-love, right? Why I'm such a heavy self-love advocate, guru, whatever you want to call it. I can talk about self-love because I know self-hate and I'm never going back. But I've accepted the parts of myself that I didn't accept about myself.
What does self-hate look like?
Self-hate looks like wronging yourself, guilting yourself, shaming yourself. Self-hate looks like trying to fit into things that you know that you don't fit into. Self-hate looks like seeking validation from others instead of knowing that God gave it to you. Self-hate is anything outside of you telling you what you should be when you already know who you are. When who you are never feels like enough. That's what self-hate was for me.
After talking to hundreds of you guys, I've realized something that I need to get off my chest. It is the men who are actually trying to save the relationships here, not the women. And what's crazy is that most of the women I've actually talked to and had consultation with tell me that their husbands are the ones sending them my videos, and that says everything. 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women. That is not trying to fix a marriage. That is walking away from it. Most women threaten divorce long before they're ever ready to file. They use it as leverage until the man finally hits his breaking point and says, I'm done. And once he does say I'm done, that's when the gaslighting starts. She flips the script, plays the victim, promises to change, cries, manipulates, you name it. Anything to pull him back in because the control is slipping from her end. But when a man truly checks out, it's not loud, it is quiet, and it is final, and you've lost him. When a good man walks away, it is not because he stopped caring. It's because he cared too long and nobody met him halfway. So if you're watching this, man or woman, ask yourself, are you really trying to build your relationship and save it? Or are you slowly tearing it apart while you're convincing yourself that you're the one being wronged?
I'm just wondering what kind of options would be available to me. I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'm 42 years old. Last year I used to weigh 203 pounds.
None.
No, I'm not finished.
None. Yeah, you
That was
are.
last year.
Yeah, you are.
This year I weigh 165.
No, ma'am. I said you're finished. You're finished.
I'm done?
Yep.
There's nothing left for me.
Not realistically.
Well, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because I'm 42?
It's the age and the weight. And then if you have any children over 40 and you're obese, and if you're coming down, you still can go the other way. And then you have children. Okay, the only way that there would ever be any chance for you is if you were gorgeous. And if you were gorgeous, you wouldn't be calling. So I need the people to understand I'm not being rude. It's just oftentimes I'll get women who want to call in, they want to tell me their story, and then I know where it's going to end. Ma'am, you kind of knew that in order to overcome just your age alone, you're going to have to be very feminine, very submissive, very cooperative. You're going to have to bring a lot to the table. That's before your weight and before your children. And your children are a messy detail for a man. And you can love your children, but people don't look at our kids the same way. So that's why when you asked, I'm like...
Imagine walking down the street being like, oh my God, she's so gorgeous. Not knowing that I used to be a man.
Did he say used to be a man? I don't think that's how that worked. And contrary to unpopular belief, we didn't think we could all tell that you are what we thought you were. Plus the way the makeup looks, I'll be honest, that was a giveaway. I don't think I've ever seen a combination of that sort. Like, I've seen a lot of women with a lot of makeup, and I don't think that, like, just the way you put that together, I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah. And believe it or not, despite all the technology and advancements that has been made, all of y'all not gonna be able to pass. Like, some of them, I know some of y'all getting away with it, but all y'all just not gonna be able to pass, bro. It's just what it is. I don't make the rules. But besides that, I don't think there was a true element of surprise. I think anybody with decent vision could see what we all saw. Yeah. Oh yeah, and fellas, just be careful out there. They hiding in plain sight, if you know what I mean. And if you think that you're hiding that very well, the last thing you should do is get on social media and reveal it to everyone. Although I don't think you're hiding it very well, but that's a whole nother conversation. Y'all keep the change.
You know, a lot of these modern women will, kind of speak under the guise of, I'm empowered, I'm free, I can do whatever I want. And they'll spend, they don't only make fun of men, they make fun of women that they don't like as well. So they'll spend literal years mocking and making fun of a traditional woman, or a woman, not even traditional, because a lot of women, aren't traditional nowadays, but women that don't mind reciprocating, women that don't mind doing as their husband asks and kind of trying to follow that lead. Oh, you're a pick-me, or you're not really empowered, you don't really have your own life, he's gonna leave you, and all that other stuff. They don't understand is a relationship is a give and take. While you're out here crying yourself to sleep every night because you can't figure out why nobody loves you and what to do, the woman that you're calling a pick-me has the stability that you're looking for. She got the family that you're looking for, the connection that you're looking for, the companionship. She has all of that. And while you're sitting up here talking about, well, I got my independence, my ring light, so I can be on social media and all that other stuff, it don't really matter. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're still lonely.
Do you think Margot Robbie is prettier or me?
I think you're both beautiful.
There you go. Don't ask questions like that unless you want him to be honest. She keeps pressing him. It's a trap question, because if he's like, no, she's prettier than you are, you're gonna freak out. But if he's like, no, I think you're prettier, you're not gonna believe him. It's a lose-lose. Don't ask questions like this. Just go with what he said initially. You're both beautiful. Great.
But who's pretty?
Margot Robbie has a team of professionals that make her beautiful.
He's got a point.
That's what she looks like when she wakes up in the morning.
Okay, so does that mean you think I'm prettier than her?
Oh my gosh.
So no, you still don't think I'm prettier than Margot Robbie? Why can't you answer the question?
Because he'll get
You think
trouble.
Margot Robbie's prettier than me? You can say it.
No, he can't.
Somebody somewhere started her shit, though.
So the question, I'm asking you a direct question.
He doesn't want to answer.
Because I want to know. Do you think, yes or no, am I prettier than Margot Robbie? Because I want to know what you think. My husband, the man I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with. Do you think Margot Robbie is the hot?
And what's crazy is the comment section was full of women being like, leave him. He's not meant to be your husband. Blah, blah, blah. No, what? Someone can still love you and see maybe an actress or something prettier than you. It's okay, it happens. And if you don't want to know the answer to these types of questions, don't even ask.
I feel like a lot of men think that they are it. They are the prize. They have to get chose. They can make the decisions. It's them.
Well, if they're getting
what we do,
if they're getting chose, then I don't see how their reality tells them that's what it is.
Right, but they think that 5 girls, women, whatever, choosing them is, oh, they're top, they're him, that's it. But that's not really.
The reason why a man would think that, like say 5 beautiful women want him, you know how choosy women are?
Yes.
So if 5 choosy women choose on one guy,
then he gotta tell 4 of them, all right, I'm good, I got 1.
But how is that?
They're gonna choose all 5. That's
yeah, because
men are gonna choose all 5.
Because that's how we're wired to be.
Yeah, but for what? Why?
What if all 5 girls is giving him the same thing? What if one of them aren't sticking out?
You have to pick. This isn't polygamy.
But look. When a woman's being winded by multiple men at the same time, does she have to pick? Or does she have the right to allow all those men to prove themselves?
Okay.
You gotta say yes or no.
Okay, I'm gonna let you answer that. Go over there real quick. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. Do it. So like.
But you just said you're in a season of having
a woman's mental load is fake. It is a crock of. A woman's mental load is made up, and it is a crock of. It is a woman's anxieties that she's put upon herself, and she's taken on more responsibility, and she uses it to self-sacrifice herself as if she's doing more in the relationship to make you feel like. Most women will take on more and more responsibility without ever having to ask, and they will take on this responsibility as if they're some kind of mortar to the relationship, and the only way the relationship is working out is because she does it all. It's also made up so when she's ready to divorce you or needs an excuse to leave you, she has it on a silver platter with a laundry list of expectations and imaginary standards that you didn't even know about, so when she's ready to leave, she'll dump your ass. And it's all just one big manipulation tactic to use it against you later on for not doing enough in the relationship, even though it's all her made up anxieties in the first place. And what's crazy is that some of these women are so delusional is that they use this kind of mental load talk to pretend like they're like oppressed in their relationships because they're taking on too much of responsibilities. Like, so now you're oppressed and your husband or boyfriend is not doing enough because, let me guess, you're thinking about all of the responsibilities that you simply have to do it as an adult. You're resentful and angry about it. Like, can someone make that make sense? Somehow that's your husband's fault for taking on all this imaginary workload to make yourself feel like you're doing more in the relationship as a self-serving act just to use it against him later. As if that's not manipulative. And what's actually crazy is that men do struggle with mental load. This is the exact same mental load that men have, but guess what? Men are told to shut the hell up. They have no support, and they've been told to be quiet since birth. Okay, bye.
Because the problem with women in social media is really not the media itself, it's what we choose to consume, right? So for men, a lot of times they consume content that is about leveling up to some extent, you know, how to get more money, how to look better, how to attract more women, whatever. For women, oftentimes it is just content that validates, you're perfect the way that you are. Everything about women is great. You don't have to change for any man. You can just keep being yourself and somebody's gonna come into your life and fall in love with you just as you are. That's the issue, because then we're not growing. We're not challenging ourselves. We're not becoming better people. We're not becoming better women. And the women that do try and make content like that, y'all reject them like because you think that they're talking bad about you, when in reality, they're just asking you to do better, step up, become a better version of yourself, so that way you can actually get the things that you want. But y'all just want to believe that you can stay the same and get the things you want. And that doesn't make any sense. So if we collectively as women change the type of content that we consume, I think that it could help us grow. But, you know, the girls just want to hear about what's on sale and clothes and makeup and shoes.
But is she lying though? No. Let's see what her comment section got to say. I'm actually really impressed by how she's willing to call it out for what it is. Yeah, shout out to that first comment, because this is exactly why I'm highlighting these female content creators. You risk getting bullied when you call it out for what it is. So big up to all the female content creators who aren't afraid to call it out for what it is. She said, thanks, I grew up with brothers, so I'm pretty direct. Another comment said, this is why Derrick Jackson got the bag by telling them what they wanted to hear and reassuring them that the problem is never them. Exactly, reassuring them that the problem is never them.
One thing that's always puzzled me is why so many men are so desperate to cling to the idea that women only date men if they have money, despite so many women trying to tell them otherwise. But a recent interaction I had on that platform made it all make sense to me. So he subscribes, we exchange pleasantries, and then right away he launches in saying, sucks being 45, single, no prospects, because I'm not rich and treat women with respect. To which I reply, lots of women are willing to date men who don't have a lot of money, so maybe there's another reason that you're single. He completely ignores this. The next thing he says to me, can I... you. Obviously, I just leave him on red. I don't take those types of requests seriously. And he then follows up with, guess I don't have enough money. And then, and here's the kicker, he comments on one of the posts on my wall promoting a new movie I have with a boy, and he says, how rich was the guy? Mind you, the boy that I made this movie with, not rich, just a personal friend. And then it hit me. The reason that this man is so insistent that I'm not interested in him because he's not rich, despite me explicitly telling him otherwise, is because he doesn't want to face the reality that there's another reason he's not getting. And it's because his personality stinks. In that entire interaction, he has given me zero reason to want him, but he's not ready to own up to the fact that there's something about him intrinsically that repels women. And I think that's why a lot of men keep trying to insist that women don't like them because they don't have money. They don't want to face the reality that it could be something else, and it could be something that's personal about them.
Many men walk around with unspoken desires, unspoken fantasies, unspoken truths that they will never say out loud due to the price of freedom. Hi, I'm Pepper. I've been working in the adult industry for almost 4 years, and I also have a podcast called Spicy Spectrum with my What He's Thinking series, where I give my bird's eye view of men. I recently came across a video where this woman secretly recorded a man who decided to open up about his desires, and she thought it was weird and funny, and she posted it online. And when she was laughing at his face, he looked so defeated. People want authenticity. You all talk about being real, being honest, but as soon as someone is honest about their desires, what they're thinking out, and they say it out loud, people get uncomfortable. There is a difference between being uncomfortable and shutting someone down. I have a lot of men who come to pay me for freedom. When I say that, they pay me to be truly themselves, because they know, especially the high profile customers, because those are my main customers, I'm just being honest, but they know the true cost of freedom and them verbalizing what is in their head and what will happen if they do. Not everyone can walk around being 100% authentic and true and not wearing a mask, because we still live in a world that you will be punished for being free. You will be punished for saying what's on your mind in terms of what you truly desire and the thoughts that you feel comfortable saying to other people. You will be punished. There are a lot of people who are immature. If you're going to talk about authenticity, you better be ready to hear the truth.
So a lot of these modern women, with the way they talk, they're going to continue to talk crazy. They're going to continue to talk, I can't even say masculine. They're going to continue to talk wild, like men are not going to notice. And then at some point in time, they're going to try to switch, especially for the men that they like. They're going to try to switch and start to be feminine because they think it's something that you can turn off and turn on. And a man's going to look at you and say, oh, now you want to be feminine. Now you want to be soft and submissive and traditional. But where was that femininity 5-10 years ago? Yeah, men be watching you. They be keeping oh man, she's cute. And they keep tabs on you to see if you're going to act right. But during that time, he sees that you strong, independent woman. You don't need no man. You was running around talking about, I'm this, I'm that, and I ain't never going to need. And now the point that you run up in his face, and you see you're not going to be dominating him. Now you want to switch. Oh, I'm feminine now. I've always been feminine. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're acting like it. You playing feminine. It's like one of those, what are you playing possum? Where you playing dead? Where they like to play dead. These modern women are playing feminine. They're aggressive. They're unruly. They're uncontrollable. They're uncooperative. And then when they get in front of a man that they want, now they play feminine. Oh, I wouldn't never say that. Look at me the way I'm dressed. I'm feminine. I'm dainty. I'm a girl. I'm soft. Absolutely not.